the king of the underworld, one of the most powerful Aetheriuses from the Book of Zereth, the central antagonist of the Tartaros arc, Geer. Okay, so first off, I just want to say, I know I might have confused some people when I said that Geer beats Aizen from Bleach, but I have a very good reason as to why I think he does. As popular as the series is, Fairy Tail doesn't really get recognized for just how powerful these characters are. With this in my upcoming video covering Zereth, I hope to actually make more people interested in just how powerful this verse is. And without further ado, let's get into just how powerful the Underworld King truly is. Alright, before we get into just how powerful he is, we have to go back to the Tenro Island arc. In the Tenro Island arc, Geer had used an infinite 4D attack against Natsu. As described here, Geer is capable of creating an infinite amount of parallel universes and containing them in these crystal balls. This would be a multiversal plus feat. She then proceeded to shoot all these balls at Natsu. Natsu was able to survive this attack and get right back up from it. This would logically give Natsu infinite 4D and AP as well. And just to make it more concrete, he's able to go around fighting characters that should be in the same tier as Geer. Now, I already know what some of y'all are gonna say.
Natsu isn't 4D. He's barely even island level. He's not even universal, let alone multi-continental.
Look, if you read the series and did a bit of digging, Natsu being 4D is consistent via scaling to the Aetherion in the Tower of Heaven arc. In the official translation, the Aetherion is stated to be a cross-dimensional weapon capable of destroying the country. This is where the country level argument stems from. However, that's actually a mistranslation. The more accurate translation actually states that the Aetherion is destruction magic that transcends space-time, and a weakened Urza is able to restrict the blast radius. Natsu was able to knock out this weakened Urza, and then Jalal proceeded to body this Natsu. And then Natsu, once he ate some Aetherion and gained Dragon Force, bodied that Jalal in turn. Now, a conclusion that one might come to is that the Aetherion transcending space-time makes it 5D. And trust me, I believed this at first as well. However, I just personally don't believe this to be the case anymore. I don't believe this to be the case because it's contradicted by Geer's Flash Forward on Tenro. When Natsu was hit by Flash Forward, you can see him howl in pain. If Natsu was 5D, this attack won't even phase him. This same Natsu at this point has surpassed the strength he displayed in the Tower of Heaven. We even get further context in the manga when Urza fights Azuma that everyone in the guild was amped on Tenro. So if this stronger Natsu was hurt by an infinite 4D attack, making him still 4D, logically, this previous version of Natsu would be 4D as well. That is, unless you want to say the Aetherion just gave him a dimensional transcendence, which is, I kind of feel like it's just a, wild argument to make. Or if you just want to bite the bullet and somehow claim that the universes Geer created are somehow 5D, which is, well, hey, you do you. So personally, I believe that Natsu is infinite 4D. Natsu would then get way stronger throughout the series, as he would later get his second origin along with Reinri mode. At one point, he even learns how to tap into Dragon Force at will in his fight with Geer. Now, finally on to Geer himself. Just the base Geer is capable of casually being Sting and Rogue in a 2v1 fight. This is impressive because Sting and Rogue scale above Tenro Island arc Natsu, and we know they do because they scale above characters like Max, who's able to give Natsu a run for his money when they got him back from Tenro Island. Geer would even no-diff Natsu in a 3v1 when he teamed up with Sting and Rogue. Even when he uses Reinri mode, Geer casually tanks his attacks. Geer will become even stronger with his Aetherius form. The only reason Natsu even beat Geer was because Gray was there with him and had magic that's specifically made to kill beings like Geer. They wouldn't even one if Gray didn't have Demon Slayer magic, as physically we could see that Gray is on par with Natsu, or at the very least is extremely comparable to him when he's not using Dragon Force. You can think of it as fighting Superman with Kryptonite. Demon Slayer magic in this instance being Geer's Kryptonite. So, based on what we've gathered here, Geer should bare minimum be 4D or Uni Plus, or really Infinite 4D or Multiversal Plus. Speed-wise, Geer is pretty fast. While of course he's not going to be fighting characters like Sora or Shinra anytime soon, he's still pretty fast and can relatively fight finite speed characters. Jalal has an attack called Grand Chariot that attacks his opponent by sending down light from the constellation called Pleiades. I really feel like I butchered that. This attack was copied by my friend the Chronicler to be about 14,008,291,200 times faster than light. Their speed should scale to this because Jalal actively used more magical power and abilities better and faster than Grand Chariot, such as Meteor, and as we should know, putting in more magical power into an attack can make it faster. And even then, at this point, he's actively bloodlusted and trying to use faster and, as we know, better attacks logically against Natsu, trying to put him down, especially because at this point he's getting desperate. In Dragon Force, Natsu could tag this Jalal pretty easily even while using Meteor. So this would make characters that would be even faster than his Natsu and Jalal, including Geer himself, to be of course massively faster than light, or MFCL Plus. Now when it comes to hacks, Geer is shown to have a variety of different uses with his curse, which would be plant manipulation. He is shown to have explosion manipulation, as he can spawn explosions on a person, as shown in his battle with Rogue, or create a massive explosion right in front of him. If someone comes flying his way, Geer can easily create a barrier that can send them flying and obviously protect them from harm. He also has the ability to absorb someone's attack, rendering it completely useless, as shown when he absorbs Stinging Rogue's dual attack. Now we got those out the way, we can finally get onto his deadliest and the most terrifying attack, Memento Mori. Memento Mori starts off by paralyzing the opponent, and then afterwards, once the curse activates, the end result will be the target being erased from existence. However, this isn't just a basic existence erasure. The ability was made specifically by Geer to kill Zeref, and in the chapter that this ability debuts in, Geer himself says that in order to kill
Zeref, one must destroy the concept of both life and death. Those afflicted by the Memento Mori no longer belong with the living or with the dead. They simply cease to exist. This can't be the end.
Pay attention to what he specifically says here when describing the curse. He says that it eliminates the very concepts of both life and death. He's taking those very concepts out of the equation. He's flat out removing them himself with the curse, meaning that when Geer erases someone, it erases them on a conceptual level, giving Geer conceptual existence erasure and one of the most busted abilities in the series, and it's also consistent for characters in this series to have conceptual attacks because of how God Slayers works. In conclusion, Geer is the Underworld King for a reason. Thanks for watching. Be sure to watch my Fire Force video covering just how powerful Kurano is. Also be sure to be on the lookout for my next videos, and you can do that by subscribing and hitting that notification bell. And look, I know this is a shorter video, and I know it's been a while since I actually uploaded, but trust me, I don't really got an excuse. I've kind of just been lazy, but I promise you the next video is going to be something that all of y'all will like, as it'll cover quite possibly one of the most controversial topics in the power scaling community. Until then, I'll catch y'all later.